This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what we're talking about today is how Black single mothers do not raise masculine men. In fact, more often than not, they end up raising feminine men. Now, I'm going to show you two videos, one with a European lady, one with a Black lady, and I need you to listen to both of them. So I'm going to play one first, then I'm going to play the other one, and then we're going to come back and cook what's really happening here. So let me share this one, and here we go.
You should be able to afford your life. I would never be with a woman that doesn't contribute. Now, this comment is very common nowadays. You see men like this everywhere, right and left. And the problem is here, ladies, we need to look at the root cause of this problem. The reason why this man is even saying this is because he was raised by either a mother who was doing 50-50 with her husband, and he got used to that. Mother works, mom cooks, mom cleans, she doesn't take care of herself, and she is just working like a man. And to him, it's a comfort zone. Or most likely the second reason is because this boy is now a man, grew up with a mother who did not even have a father figure. A father was not existent. A mother was a father and a mother. And by the way, a single mom can never be both. And therefore, he's used to that mom works, mom cooks, mom takes care of him, mom screams, mom punishes him, mom criticizes him. And now he has a disgust towards women because he never forgiven his mom for being this angry, righteous, feminist woman. And of course, with a mom like that, why would he even want to be with a woman, feminine woman that he will provide and protect? He was never taught that. And that's why, ladies, we have to be responsible. You ladies think that if a relationship and marriage doesn't work, you can go through divorce, and then you can raise your son, a provider and protector. No, that will never happen. Only a father who is masculine, who is a provider, protector, and a leader can teach his son to be a provider. By example, he provides for you, he provides for children, and this son grows up and sees that's the way a man should be. But you ladies, by yourself, can never, ever, ever raise a masculine man. And so that's why it's so critical for you to work on yourself, become a feminine, so your husband becomes a masculine, and your boys, your sons, can see example how to be a true man. And also your daughter's gonna see what is it to become a true feminine woman. You're adult.
Now, I'm going to stop sharing that. And I want to jump directly to the other video as well. So because a lot of facts was dropped in that video. And so since a lot of hyenas don't take nothing unless it come from PC people, that's why that's there, right? But then now let me go ahead and I'm going to share a sister so we can really see what it is. Here we go.
One thing about me, I look past today. I look past.
Now, just to be clear, I'm going to read out the comment that she's responding to. The comment that she responding to says, show me a Black man affected by a Black woman in 2022, and I'll show you how he's not on his grown man. How we as women more independent than men. So that's the comment that she's responding to. So let it continue.
I looked and wondered, why was our man today so broken? when we were once strong. I'm not going to even read this comment. Y'all read it. Our men used to be so strong and powerful in the household, but our men now are not. And I studied why. Our man of today that you're talking about in 2022, who's not on his grown man, in most cases didn't have a grown man to raise him, didn't have a good, strong man in his life. Why? Because it's the product of the woman throwing the man out of the house. The feminist movement. If you get past today in your own personal experience with men that you may have had, then you'll be able to see that. That's what I'm talking about. We keep looking at what men are doing today, and we're not seeing where it came from. We're not understanding why they are not the men they are supposed to be. One, they were raised by women. Only women. It's a lot of single mother households that raise a lot of these men now today. And I could tell you for sure, my brothers and a lot of my cousins did not have fathers. Why wasn't those fathers in the home? Because it was a product of the women throwing the man out. It was a continuing cycle. When you don't have the man in the household, men didn't leave the black family and didn't leave their households because they wanted to. They were thrown out. When white society made them economically irrelevant to the black woman. Why? Because she joined the women's suffrage movement. She became proactive to make sure that the woman had a place and rights, but not the man. The black woman stopped fighting with the black man and started fighting for women's right instead of black rights. She joined the white women and started fighting the man instead of fighting with her black man. You're still proving my point all over again. So the women or the man that you're saying not on that grown man is a product from a man being thrown out of the home. So a lack of a man being in the house somewhere is the problem with the man of today. And until we can recognize that, acknowledge it, and start to correct it moving forward, it's going to always be an issue because we keep pushing this strong black woman thing and keep tearing our man down when we need to be teaching our daughters how to be a good woman for a good man and trying to have a good man in our son's life and stop being single mothers because ain't none of that cute and it ain't helpful to the community. So again, you prove my point and still ain't shaking what I'm saying.
Now, I'm going to stop sharing this as well. And so you were able to hear two different women from two different backgrounds describe the same thing, which is why I chose to show you both of those videos instead of just one of those videos, because what they're saying is complete facts. Women cannot raise en masse masculine men. There are going to be exceptions and outliers, but for the vast majority, if you have a community or a society that consistently has majority single mother-led households, and these sons are being raised in these single mother-led households, what are you going to have? You're going to have a bunch of simps. You're going to have a bunch of maggles. You're going to have a bunch of male hyenas. You're going to have a bunch of F-19s. You're going to have a bunch of men that are operating subpar. You're going to have a bunch of men that we would refer to as the modern men, non-traditional men, which is what's going on. This was the ploy. These are the far-reaching things and problems and consequences from I don't need no man. The women thought it would only affect them at that time, not understanding that it would affect Black women for generations and thus Black men, because the women are raising the children. And in this case, we're raising them by ourselves. And we've told the men, adios. You know what I'm saying? We've done this whole thing with our sons and with men.
I said, as long as you got your own house, as long as you got your own transportation, and as long as you got your own income, it don't matter what a ninja got to say.
And that's what it is. We've bought into that so heavily as a community and as a collective of Black women. How are you supposed to raise these masculine men that's going to rise up and that's going to lead? And that was the whole issue. And one of the things that this actually demonstrates is Black women's poor understanding or non-existent understanding about masculinity and how men actually learn it, and the fact that men do have to learn masculinity. It's not just something that pops up. See, they think men get masculine when he like 14 or 15, and then he's just supposed to know how to be a man. You don't never think that men actually have to learn masculinity from men, okay? And they think that just showing them, they just think that men just grow up and all of a sudden he know how to be a leader. All of a sudden he understand his 4 P's and how to truly give them and benefit himself and others with them. How to lay system, order, and structure down in his life, in other people's lives that may need his SOS, things of that nature. Black women have almost a zero comprehension and understanding of how masculinity even comes about. They just think Black men suddenly understand leadership and all of its components, just because he get a little tall and he gets a grown man's stature. And that can happen at 15, 16 years old. But he's still 15 or 16 years old. And if you never gave him a masculine man, you never gave him his father, you never provided these types of environments for him to actually go somewhere and learn masculinity, he just up under y'all, hyena clan all day. You, your mama, your sisters, his aunties, and all his sisters and all that kind of stuff, just surrounded by a bunch of gynocratic women. He gonna learn how to be aggressive. He's not going to learn masculinity. So he's going to be aggressive without the control of a man. He's going to have the aggression of a man. He's going to have that spirit of a man, but he's not going to have the discipline that men have in order to be able to know when to be dangerous and aggressive and when to fall back from that and have another, way that they go about their problem solving. This is, again, how you got that 15-year-old boy tearing that woman's house up, because he has the aggression of a male. He has the physical strength of a male. He has the physical strength of a grown male, but he got the rationality of a female, the not being able to control his emotions and his emotional state and his outbursts. That's for women to do. And not even that much, because a woman that consistently do that is also out of control. So there's not even no passes for that. You need to be under some type of emotional control at all times, male or female. But he is not able to learn masculinity under the skirt of his mother. And trying to show him your pseudo masculinity only does a couple of things. It doesn't teach him how to be a man. It teaches him only a couple of things. It teaches him either how to avoid women like you in the future because he doesn't like your pseudo fake masculinity. Okay, because you weren't in your feminine energy to help him the way he needed to be helped and encouraged and supported. He learned to despise women like you, so he really can't stand them. Or you raise a son husband that learns to seek out women like you because he has mommy issues and son husband issues. So in other words, you raise a simp that don't know no better than to let himself be trampled over by a hyena. And so this single mother epidemic, this independent, I can just oust the man because I don't need him because I get some type of check or some type of income. This is actually how Black women, this is the root of how Black women destroy masculinity. They do it from birth. She not only discredits and maligns and degrades masculinity, worst of all, she does not provide any place for masculinity to thrive. Therefore, she effectively kills his masculinity before it has a chance to take root in him. He grew up thinking and behaving and emotionally out of control like his hyena mama. And this is really the true destruction of the Black community. And this is the real root. This is the real way in which this system has put a battery in Black women's backs on how to destroy Black men. And in reality, this is a modern day version of all of those biblical edicts that we read when we read the Bible. And even when we read like the story of Moses and stuff like that, it's like these biblical edicts that used to say that to prevent a savior from being born and raised up that will eventually topple the corrupt kingdom, we got to kill all firstborn males. And it was always the men who were being subjugated the worst in order to keep a people under that subjugation. Why? Because the savior is always going to be male. You understand? And black women, unfortunately, are always all too happy to follow that edict. Destroy him so that there won't be a savior to be raised to topple the corrupt kingdom. Before we cut out of here, I want to bring everybody's attention to the petition we have going so strong. We are over the 8,000 signature mark. I want to shoot for 10. I'm so happy. Please, if you want to become part of holding Black Lives Matter organization accountable for the more than $100 million theft that they committed upon the Black community, and even stealing from the other grassroots community-based Black Lives Matter organizations and outfits, then all you have to do is go into the description box, click the link in the description box to sign the petition, to share it, and to contribute to it. Also, jump down in the comment section and let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.